Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Eastside Youth Center here in Allentown, Pennsylvania for tonight's game between the Hub City Hogs out of Hagerstown, Maryland, and the Lehigh Valley Flight right here in Allentown. So, second straight home game for Lehigh Valley tonight. Their visitors, Hub City Hogs, tied for first place in the division with a 4-0 record. They are tied with Hartford Shockers, who are 5-1, and Hub City 4-0. So they are tied atop of the Mid-Atlantic Division standings here in the East Coast Basketball League. Hello, everyone. My name's Tyler Kish, and pleased to bring you the play-by-play commentary tonight for tonight's game between two teams that seem like they're trending in different directions. Hub City 4-0, like I said, tied for first place, and Lehigh Valley Flight 0-5 in the basement of the Mid-Atlantic Division. But the last time these two teams met, it might have been a different story if Anthony Jenkins and his squad could close out a victory as they led at the half 60-55, but they could not do so, dropping that one 108-104 to Hub City at St. Maria Goretti High School down in Maryland. So Hub City got a tough test from their visitors last time, and Lehigh Valley trying to defeat the first-place team in the division here at home tonight. Some new news to announce for the Flight franchise. Hector Vasquez, the newly appointed head coach earlier in the week, will be doing the head coaching duties. Has a lot of coaching experience, including some teams in the ABA, so nice to have Coach Vasquez on board, his family in attendance as well. So hopefully his first game as Flight head coach, he can propel his team to a victory. Lehigh Valley's last game was right here last weekend in this building against Hartford, where they dropped a tough loss, 119-117. It came down to the final play where Saul Feary blocked Anthony Jenkins at the rim to secure the win for Hartford, and they got away with one. Lehigh Valley trailed a little bit, or they started off hot, leading 6-0, and then fell behind a little bit and trailed by 12, numerous points in the game, turned it around in the second quarter, fell behind in the third quarter. They were able to turn it around, and then it was punch, counter punch, and before you knew it, it was a tie game with about 10 seconds left. Hartford got a bucket. Lehigh Valley had 5 seconds to go the length of the floor, and as I mentioned, Jenkins was blocked. So the first time these two teams met, as I mentioned, Hub City trailed by 5 at the half at their place, but they were able to come back and get the win. 21 points in that game from Daniel Alexander for Hub City, as well as 14 from Noah Baylor. We will see both of those guys in the starting lineup here tonight. Alexander was very efficient from the floor, 7 of 13, shooting 54%. Leading Lehigh Valley in that game was Kevin Rolak. In his first game with the squad, he pulled down 22 points and 17 rebounds. Lehigh Valley also got contributions from Kevin Edmonds, who had 19 points, 9 rebounds. He did not play last game against Hartford, and he will be in the starting lineup tonight, so good to have Kevin Edmonds back. They got 17 from Devin Bennett, 17 and 9 rebounds. And another player that contributed, Jules, finished with 11 points. Khalil White, something to note, did not play in that meeting for Lehigh Valley Flight, and he's had the hot hand as of late, and he had 23 points last Saturday against Hartford, including 5 3-point field goals. 14 of his 23 occurred in the second quarter, so if he can get Khalil White going, it might be a different story tonight. And something to note, Hub City, yes, they have a roster of about 14, 15 guys. Only 8 players made the trip tonight. They're without their head coach, Brad Spielman, not available. So Eric Stubbs will be the interim head coach for this game. I was talking to their owner, Rich Dreyer, before the game, and had a nice little chat and had to inform me of all the guys who weren't showing up, but they feel pretty confident with the lineup they have on the floor tonight. And they will roll out a starting lineup that looks like this. 2 guards in the backcourt, Willie McDowell and Daniel Alexander, as well as another guard in Moni Anderson, the forward Mike Henderson, and the center Noah Baylor. Baylor had 14 and 7 against Lehigh Valley in the first game. Anderson had 5 points in that one, and Daniel Alexander had 21. So Alexander might be someone Lehigh Valley wants to contain. And the flight lineup will look like this. At point guard, Anthony Jenkins, who is no longer the coach. He was player, coach, owner, doing a little bit of everything. So now he can focus a little bit more on playing. So Jenkins will be the point guard. Khalil White at shooting guard. Kevin Rolak at the wing. Kevin Edmonds, check that, Devin Bennett at power forward, and then the 6'9" Kevin Edmonds at the center position tonight. We are about 6 minutes away from getting started at Eastside Youth Center. Again, I'm Tyler Kish, and pleased to be bringing you tonight's action here in the ECBL, East Coast Basketball League, a semi-professional league. It started back a few years ago, and more expansion franchises have joined the league this year, so it's nice to see this league growing. And Lehigh Valley, one of those first-year franchises, I believe, as well as Hub City. We'll have to check that. But nice to see this league growing, and we should have a good game in store for tonight. So obviously, like I said, Lehigh Valley looking for their first win, and what a great time it would be to get it against a team like the Hub City Hogs, who are undefeated right now. And looking at some numbers on the season for both teams, we'll start with our visitors and look at the guys in the starting lineup. Number 1, Mike Henderson. He'll be at the forward position, 15 points a game and 10 rebounds per game. So they'll want to contain him. As I mentioned, Willie McDowell in the starting lineup, averaging 26 points a game to go along with 5 rebounds and 6.5 assists. So McDowell and Alexander will provide a lethal backcourt. Alexander, the only other Hog that is averaging over 20 a game. He is right at 20 points with 7.5 rebounds. And as I mentioned, Moni Anderson, 4 games, 4 starts for him, just under 12 points a game with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And the big guy, the center in the middle of the floor, Noah Baylor, 6'7", the Frederick, Maryland native on the year, averages 16 points a game and rips down 11 rebounds to lead the team, as you could see him just walking off camera right there. And for Lehigh Valley, we'll get you their starter stats. The point guard, Anthony Jenkins, right at 10 points a game with 2.5 rebounds, 1 assist. Khalil White at 21.5, just over 21.5 points a game to go along with 3 assists. White is shooting about 37% from the three-point arc. And the other 3 starters, Kevin Rolak in 2 games, 17.5 points a game to go along with 9.5 rebounds. Kevin Edmonds at 11.5 per game with 7.5 rebounds. And Devin Bennett, 23 points per game to go along with just over 8 rebounds and just under 6 assists. As I mentioned, Lehigh Valley dropped a tough one here at home to Hartford last weekend. Bennett did his part, 10 of 21 from the floor, 35 points to lead the team in the win, and only 3 Lehigh Valley flight players were in double figures that game. Bennett with 35, Khalil White with 23, check that, and Anthony Jenkins with 10. So the 3 guys right there combined for over half the scoring pretty much. So it'll take more of a team effort. Every other player was in single digits. And looking at Bennett and White, no surprise that Bennett put up 35 and White put up 23. Anthony Jenkins had 10 and did a bunch of his scoring late in that second half. And was one of the guys to ignite the spark and start the rally for his squad. So, as I mentioned, Hector Vasquez, the newly appointed head coach, with a lot of coaching experience, including some stints in the ABA, in his first game as flight head coach, will look to get his squad a win. As I mentioned, if you're just tuning in, Hub City with only 8 of their players this evening, so we'll see how fresh the legs are. Again, it is 4 12-minute quarters, so 8 guys, they'll have to carry the load. 3-man officiating crew in the house. Again, the main guys to look out for this Hogs team. Willie McDowell, 25.5 points a game, and Daniel Alexander, 20 points per game. Both of them can shoot the three ball a little bit, and then the other players in the starting lineup all averaging over 11 per game. So this is a very balanced Hog team. They have most of their regulars here, just not a deep bench here tonight. Their head coach, Brad Spielman, did not make the trip, so the assistant coach, Eric Stubbs, will be filling in for him. From what I understood, every flight player is pretty much active tonight. Maybe one or two guys won't play. I know Kyle Walker not here for this evening. At least did not see him walk in, and a couple others not suited up. But the mainstays in both lineups will be playing. Just under a minute to go. Don't think we'll have any introductions. We'll check that. But Hub City will be in their all-red road uniforms with gold and black trim, and Lehigh Valley will be in their home whites with gold and black trim as well. So we are set for some basketball action here in the ECBL. Hub City Hogs out of Hagerstown, Maryland, and the Lehigh Valley Flight right here out of Allentown, Pennsylvania at the Eastside Youth Center tonight. Should be a fun one. Fans continuing to file in, starting to get full on the bleachers to my right and to the right of your screen. So our PA man, Joey, no microphone for him tonight, so he will have to use his outdoor voice here inside to announce the lineups. But one more time for you for Hub City. They are the two guards, Willie McDowell and Daniel Alexander. Moni Anderson, Mike Henderson, and Noah Baylor will step aside for the anthem. So one more time, sorry about that, didn't know the anthem was coming up there, but the starting lineup for Hub City, Willie McDowell, Daniel Alexander, and Moni Anderson, the guards. Forward, Mike Henderson and Noah Baylor, the center. For Lehigh Valley, Anthony Jenkins at point guard, Khalil White at shooting guard, Kevin Rolak at the small forward position, Devin Bennett at the power forward position, and Kevin Edmonds at center. So Jenkins, White, Rolak, Bennett, and Edmonds for Lehigh Valley tonight. Seems like the officials are ready. Players are ready. And Hector Vasquez trying to start off on the right foot for Lehigh Valley. First game as head coach for the Flight franchise, and Lehigh Valley sitting at 0-5. What a better time to get a win against Hub City, who is 4-0 and tied for first place with the 5-1 Hartford Shockers. Again, the last time these two teams met, it was a 4-point loss for Lehigh Valley at Hub City, 108-104, and Lehigh Valley surrendered a 5-point halftime lead. This is a team that has shown a lot of improvements in recent weeks. The morale is high, and they feel like they're knocking on the door of that first win. just about set for basketball. 12 minutes on the clock. Again, there is a 24-second shot clock. You can see the one in the far right corner of the screen, and the other one is directly to the left of the screen. So try to keep you filled in on the shot clock. Hub City will be in all red. Lehigh Valley will be in all white. See what Hector Vasquez can bring to this flight team. See what kind of wrinkles he will add to this offense that likes to get up and down the floor in a hurry. Looks like it'll be Edmonds in the circle as well as Mike Henderson to tip it off. Edmonds and Henderson in the circle, and we have a bit of a head start on the tip. They're going to switch sides, I believe, of the circle. So they had him on the wrong side, and it's tapped right back to me. Devin Bennett able to pull it in. And Lehigh Valley will get the ball to start. Kevin Edmonds missed the last game, gets it down to Bennett, and Bennett lays it in for 2. First touch for Alexander. Step back on the baseline, a smooth stroke and a nice hit for Daniel Alexander, averaging 20 per game. One of the guys we mentioned about. 11:20 to go, first quarter. Edmonds looking to post up Baylor. Tried to spin, fading away, short, offensive board White, and he fires the baseline J and connects. So the 2 top scorers for Lehigh Valley on the board early. The first touch for Moni Anderson. Uses the Baylor screen. Anderson has it knocked away, stolen by Bennett. Jenkins looking to push the pace. White has a step on the baseline, hangs in midair, nice dish to Rolak, and Flight in business early. 3 different players have scored in the opening minute and change. Here's Willie Alexander with the ball in his hands, averaging 25 a game, and no surprise there, knocks down the 3. Just over 25 a game, don't want to short him any points. Check that, Willie McDowell. So Willie McDowell and Daniel Alexander. 2 top scorers. Bennett sends a defender to the deck, and a soft touch for Bennett. 4 for Bennett to lead all scorers. Baylor at the foul line, looking to go to work on Edmonds. Alexander's corner 3 off the mark, and Edmonds pulls down the board. Anthony Jenkins sends it up to Bennett. Bennett, the jab step 3, cannot connect on anything. Rolak touched it last. Back to Hub City. Lehigh Valley leading 8-5 with 9:49 left to go here in the first quarter. It'll be Willie McDowell to walk it up. Hit a top of the arc 3 early on. Jenkins will have a tough night staying with McDowell. McDowell from the corner. Got it. His second 3, and we are tied. Came in averaging about 2 threes a game, just over 2 threes a game did McDowell, and Jenkins is fouled trying to get down the floor. It'll be Lehigh Valley ball, first foul. Not announcing them here in the building, so try to keep up as best as we can. White whips a bullet to Bennett. Bennett turns it over. Nice job in Edmonds to deny that pass in transition. Nearly walked with it. 9 minutes left in the first. What a move by White. Just couldn't hit the shot. And here comes Hub City in transition. McDowell off back iron, and ball going back to Lehigh Valley. I believe they called that on Baylor. It'll It'll be second team foul on Hub City. 8:55 to go first quarter, all tied up. 5 different players have scored in the game. Bennett trying to stay hot. Second turnover in as many possessions. Here comes Moni Anderson. Alexander fouled by Rolak. Rolak not liking the call, but it looked like a lot of contact from behind, and he poked in with his right hand. See what Hub City draws up on the inbounds play. Their assistant coach, Eric Stubbs, at the helm tonight. Their owner, Rich Dreyer, sitting on the bench right next to him. 3-ball in and out off the hands of Anderson. Rolak will bring it up for Lehigh Valley. $8:15 to go, first quarter, all tied up at 8. Bennett walled off on the baseline. Jenkins uses his speed. The high arcing floater doesn't get the bounce off the backboard, and rebound pulled down by the Hub City Hogs. Alexander is fouled. And if that's on Rolak, that's his second. And it is. So Rolak picked up 3 fouls 6 minutes into the game last weekend, and he already has 2 4 minutes into the game right now. So he's going to sub out for Mike Braithwaite. Alexander at the line misses the first free throw. Mike Braithwaite checks in for Rolak. Rolak arguing the calls, but look like 2 pretty easy ones to make. So both teams with 2 team fouls apiece, and Hub City out in front, 9-8. They have 6 from Willie McDowell, a couple of 3-pointers for him, and 3 from Daniel Alexander. 2 top scorers doing all the work early for Hub City. They lead by 1. Bennett backing down, fades away in the lane, short off the front of the rim. Alexander to the board, and Bennett almost committed a reach-in foul. The lob upstairs, and Henderson finishes off the window. Wanted the alley-oop. Instead, he'll get the layup. That would have brought the crowd to their feet. Largest lead right now for Hub City. Jenkins trying to go to work on McDowell. And a reach-in foul committed on Moni Anderson, team's third. 7:18 left here in this first quarter. Visitors leading by 3. 2 on the shot clock. Braithwaite's got to get it up in a hurry, and he almost banked it in. Offensive board Bennett put a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Edmonds spinning, needs some help, and turned it over. Nice job by Alexander to get in the lane. Here's McDowell ahead of the pack, and he's clearly hit by Jenkins on the way up. It'll be Jenkins' first, team's third. So Willie McDowell will head to the free throw line. He's shooting about 65% this year, gets the friendly bounce there. And McDowell's got 7 early points, 6:52 left here in the first quarter. Gets a pair. Lehigh Valley started off pretty well. Now they find themselves in a hole. Sort of a similar story to last weekend. Braithwaite lost it into the hands of Anderson. McDowell from the wing. Off target, rebound Jenkins. Braithwaite, kick to the corner. Here's Khalil White. Knocks down a huge 3 for Lehigh Valley. And Khalil White's 5th points of the game. First 3 ball for Khalil. 6:17 left. And what a feed down low. And there's Anderson off the window. It's a nice pass by Baylor. Khalil White, once he heats up, it's hard to stop him. Had 4 straight threes in the second quarter last weekend. A wild shot off the mark, last touched by Lehigh Valley. We're going to get a beautiful media timeout with 5:55 left in this first quarter. Don't go anywhere. Good start to this game here in the ECBL. So I guess we're not going to get the music break, but they will take the media timeout on the floor. So looking at some numbers, Willie McDowell leads all players with 8 points for Hub City. Daniel Alexander with 3, and then 2 apiece from Mike Henderson and Moni Anderson. And for Lehigh Valley, Khalil White leads the way with 5, Devin Bennett with 4, and Kevin Rolak with 2. Rolak playing with 2 fouls. Picked up 2, I should say, 4 minutes into this game. See when he returns to the game, what kind of impact he could have. Looks like Jules has checked into the game for flight. Doesn't look like anyone new in for Hub City yet, as Alexander will bring it up. Baylor setting a hard screen. Here's Alexander, hit on the way up down the lane. And he'll draw contact in the foul. And I think they called it on Braithwaite. It'll be his first, team's 4th. 5:43 left here in the opening quarter. Daniel Alexander at the line. High arcing free throw up and through. Alexander now 2 of 3 at the line. Alexander, a Rockville, Maryland native, and out of Frostburg State University, makes a pair. 6-point lead for Hub City out of Hagerstown, Maryland, trying to stay undefeated. Jules, too strong off the window, might have been partially blocked. And Alexander on the move. The trailer on the 3 was Jamal Bland. He's off the mark. Nice no-look feed from McDowell down low to Henderson and 1. They called on Khalil White, his first, team's 5th. 5:19 left here in the first quarter. The end of the first quarter, the first meeting these two teams played back on Saturday, March 19th, it was 33-30, but Hub City leading by 8. 5:19 left in this first quarter, and Henderson looking to complete the three-point play, and he gets some help from the rim and the backboard. 5 points for Mike Henderson. Pretty balanced scoring so far for Hub City. They lead it by 9, just over 5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Braithwaite, we'll see if they can get the big guy involved. Trying to post his way up. Nice defense by Baylor, but he fouls Braithwaite, and Mike will head to the line to shoot 2. Mike Braithwaite on the year. Pull up his numbers, averaging 9 points a game, but only shooting 56% at the free throw line. Will be Lehigh Valley's first free throws of the night. In and out on the first one. Anthony Jenkins said that was a problem the first time these two teams met. Clutch free throws down the stretch made the difference. Hub City made theirs. Lehigh Valley did not in that 4-point loss for flight in that first meeting. Braithwaite missed them both. In transition, unable to finish was Bland, I believe, but Khalil White, the and one. White so quick in transition, he's got 7 points, and he'll head to the line to try to cut the gap to 6. White leads the way with 7 for flight. Might have taken some extra contact there, a little slow to get back to the free throw line, grimacing a bit. 4:50 left here in this first quarter. White's unable to knock down the free throw. Long rebound out to Jules. And he'll go high off the window, off the back iron, but White pulls down another offensive board. Lehigh Valley crashing the glass well. Here's Jules up top working against Alexander. Jules feed Braithwaite. Braithwaite uses the body and a soft touch at the rim for Mike Braithwaite. It turns out to be a solid possession after all. Thought Bland walked with it, no call. 3-ball, Henderson. In and out it goes. Lehigh Valley a chance to make it a one-possession game. 4.5 left, first quarter. Bennett on the spin. Braithwaite trying to post his way up against Bland. Bennett levels McDowell and turns it over. So Bennett with about 2 or 3 turnovers early on here in this first quarter. Just 4 points for the big man. Last weekend he had 35 against Hartford. Bit of a slow start. Daniel Alexander trying to size up Jules. Uses the Baylor screen on the pick and roll, and he'll fade away from the baseline. Too short on the shot. Rebound Braithwaite. Khalil White operating on the wing. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Jules sizing up his defender. Down the lane, and he's hit on the way up by number 4, Jordan Robinson, into the game for the first time. And going to the free throw line will be Jules. Jules, the Easton, Pennsylvania native, Lackawanna College product, at the line to shoot 2. And Lehigh Valley's woes continue at the free throw line. 0 for 4 to start the game. As a team, they shoot about 70% from the line. But 0 for 4 to start this game here at the Eastside Youth Center in Allentown tonight, and make it 0 for 5. Pulling down the big rebound is the big guy, Edwin Cole. A couple guys in the second unit in on both teams. Edmonds with a couple of blocks, and it'll stay with Hub City. Edmonds using his 6'9" frame and pinning the shot from Cole off the backboard. Cole, no slouch himself. He's 6'8", Beltsville, Maryland product. And Cole trying to get it right back on Edmonds and draws the contact. It's a nice perseverance by Cole after he was blocked a couple times. The first try against Edmonds, able to get himself to the foul line, and chance to extend this first quarter lead for Hub City. Cole knocks down his first free throw. To give you an idea, Hub City is 7 of 8 at the line. Lehigh Valley 0 for 5, and that's been a big difference early on. Make it 8 of 9 for the Hogs at the free throw line, as Cole's able to make them both. 3:34 left in this first quarter. Both teams with 16 fouls. Here's Jules. White is tripped. Edmonds able to save the basketball. Alexander getting right up on Khalil White. This could be a fun matchup the rest of the night. And Alexander wins the battle there. He's got numbers. Throws the lob, and Cole should have had an easy alley-oop finish, and it goes right through his hands. That would have been a highlight reel play, but he had butterfingers. Second time Hub City has tried to become Lob City, to no avail. White on the 3, counted, and the foul. Huge shot for Khalil White, and he's got 10. His second three-pointer, and a chance to make it a one-possession game with 3:02 left in this first quarter. Still looking for Lehigh Valley's first made free throw. They've missed their first 5. White, the first player in double figures for either team tonight. He converts at the charity stripe. 11 for Khalil White. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. It's been a fun one here in the East Coast Basketball League. No-look feed down low, and able to finish is Jamal Bland. It was a nice pass from Jordan Robinson. Bland's first bucket, now the 6th Hog player to score. Braithwaite being patient, 5 on the shot clock, trying to lob it up to Edmonds, but will come down the other end of the floor. Offensive foul. Edmonds might have pushed off, trying to go up and get the basketball. It'll be his first, I believe, team's 7th. 5-point lead. Hub City trying to catch Lehigh Valley napping. Cole too strong from the baseline off the side of the rim. Here's Khalil White. 11 for Khalil tonight. Braithwaite step back 3 from the corner. And the big guy knocking down a big shot. Braithwaite with 5. Here's Bland. Needs some help. And Alexander will reset. Nice ball movement here. Robinson's wing 3 is up and through. Nice shot from Jordan Robinson. From Martinsburg, West Virginia is Robinson. Queens University of Charlotte is where he played his college ball. Turnover from Jules. Edwin Cole up ahead to Alexander. Alexander too quick on the baseline and lays it in for 2. Daniel Alexander with 7 tonight. 1.5 left to play here in this first quarter. Khalil White's had the hot hand early. Trying to put the moves on. Step back 3 off the mark and rebound pulled down by Cole. Here's Alexander with a head of steam. Pretty step back. Too strong over the back. An easy call for the officials to make. Jamal Bland goes over the back. The ball goes back to Lehigh Valley. 1:09 left to go here in this first quarter. Hub City is led for majority of this first quarter. Lehigh Valley trying to cut into the lead. This is a team that does play well in the second quarter of basketball games. Here's Jules using his speed. Goes high off the window. Almost got it. Edmonds put back off target. Rebound fought for. Somehow Bland able to secure it through a triple team, but he turned it over. Jules with the floater. Little out of control with the body. Braithwaite on the tap in is unsuccessful. And look out. Here's Henderson down the lane, hanging off the window. No. Cole's offensive rebound and putback is good. Edwin Cole with 4 points. 9-point lead for Hub City. 23 seconds on the game clock, 17 on the shot clock. Lehigh Valley will have to get off a shot here. Here's White on the drive. Fouled on the way up with 10 seconds left and 6 on the shot clock. So Khalil White will head right back to the line where he is 1 of 2 tonight. White able to make the first one. Gets it back to an 8-point deficit. So Hub City will have about 10 seconds to get a shot off as White makes them both. 7 seconds. Alexander with the ball. Has it poked from behind. Has to get one up. 3 seconds on the clock. No, the putback is off target. And able to beat the buzzer is Edwin Cole. About a half a second left before he tapped that in. And Edwin Cole playing well on the offensive glass. And it is a 9-point lead for Hub City as we move to the second quarter. Right now, the bright spots in this game for both teams. Lehigh Valley Flight's Khalil White leading all scorers with 13. Willie McDowell is 8 for Hub City. Daniel Alexander with 7. Edwin Cole with 6. Mike Henderson with 5, 3 from Jordan Robinson, 2 apiece for Jamal Bland and Moni Anderson. And as I mentioned for Flight, Khalil White with 13, Mike Braithwaite with 5, Devin Bennett, 4 points for him, Kevin Rolak with 2, and that's it. Bennett struggled with a few turnovers offensively. Rolak in early foul trouble for the second straight game. And 12 minutes on the clock to start this second quarter. Hub City Hogs out of Hagerstown, Maryland, leading Lehigh Valley Flight here in Allentown tonight, 33-24. Still a lot of time left as we get this second quarter on the way. Jamal Bland will inbound right in front of the broadcast table. It'll be Bland, McDowell, Anderson, Robinson, and Cole for Hub City. For Lehigh Valley, Jules, Jihad Thorne checking in for the first time. Number 15, Quadir Croston in for the first time. Devin Bennett and Kevin Rolak. Count it and the foul for Willie McDowell. McDowell, the first Hogs player in double figures. He's got 10. Willie McDowell looking for the three-point play, and pretty much automatic at the free throw line for McDowell. He's up to 11. Willie McDowell, Baltimore, Maryland native, played his ball at Wilson College. Kevin Rolak, pull up from mid-range, way off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Hub City, playing with their largest lead right now. But a turnover. Here's Quadir Croston, who is known to make some high-impact plays off the bench, but doesn't get a lot of playing time. Jihad Thorne over to Croston. See if Devin Bennett can get going, and he knocks down a big three. Bennett with 7. First three for Devin Bennett tonight, back to a single-digit deficit. Willie McDowell will work it around, all the way around the horn, but a block from Croston on Anderson's three. And ahead of the pack, Jihad Thorne lays it in. Here comes some reserves for Lehigh Valley. It was a nice block from Croston. Thorne able to lay it in. A timeout going to be called by the Hub City coaching staff, their owner Rich Dreyer and assistant coach Eric Stubbs over there. 10:56 left here in this first half. Lehigh Valley on a bit of a run right now. To start this second quarter, it is a 5-3 run. The last 5 points being scored by Lehigh Valley. So 5-0 run in the last few seconds, and only outscoring Hub City by 3. Make it 2 so far in this quarter. Right now, Khalil White and Devin Bennett, the main scorers for Lehigh Valley. They have 20 of the 29 points. And for Hub City, well, they've had a balanced effort tonight on the scoring sheet. 7 of their 8 players tonight have scored. And Noah Baylor, the only guy who hasn't scored, has done a number of nice things, setting some nice screens and using a post presence on defense. McDowell tried to whip it in. Jules with the steal. Up ahead to Thorne. Thorne tried the reverse. No. Croston on the putback and won. All of a sudden, Lehigh Valley on a 7-0 run. And Jihad Thorne and Quadir Croston having an impact. Thorne, the Allentown native, and Croston, the Philadelphia native. 10:42 left in this first half. Braithwaite checking back in for Jules. Croston will look for the three-point play. Got it. Flight starting to shoot better at the line. Willie McDowell works it over to Anderson. Here's Noah Baylor, doubled in the corner. Somehow got that pass off, and Edwin Cole knocks down a big three. Cole's 9th points of the night, his first three ball. Rolak off the window. Soft touch and a nice finish. Rolak's second field goal, 4 points for him tonight. 10 minutes left in this first half. McDowell on the kick. Anderson's three rims around and down. Moni Anderson's first three, he's got 5. Back to an 8-point lead for Hub City. Mentioned Flight, a second quarter team. They were on a 7-0 run, cut it to a 4-point deficit, but now find themselves in an 8-point hole again. Bennett starting to get going a little bit. Goes to the line and will shoot 2. Second team foul in the quarter for Hub City. 9:42 remaining here in this first half. Devin Bennett's high arcing free throw off the mark. 7 for Bennett tonight. Not able to hit any of them. Hub City has capitalized in these situations earlier in the game. McDowell thought about it. He's got a lot of range. Here's Willie McDowell. Tapped around, he got it back. Still needs some help, almost traveled in the lane. Robinson on top of the arc 3, and it is back to a double-digit lead. Jordan Robinson 6 points of the game, and he has 2 3 balls. Hit one from the left wing, and now up top he's got one, so showing his range. But Rolak able to answer with a 3 of his own from the corner. He's up to 7. McDowell the kick. Edwin Cole looked good off the hands, just a little off target to the side. Lehigh Valley trying to come down the floor. Look at Rolak. Baylor fouled him. Rolak going coast to coast to get his way to the foul line. 8:48 left first half. It's like Mike Henderson at the scorer's table. Checking back in for the Hogs. And check that. Rolak not shooting free throws. I'm going to say it was on the floor before he went up. Jahad Thorne needs some help. He sends it deep into the front court to Braithwaite. Rolak trying to post up. Mid-range step back. That's his game, and he knocks it down. Rolak with 7 in the quarter, 9 for the game. Back to a 6-point deficit. Oh, behind the back. Moni Anderson can't get the floater to go, and it'll go back to Lehigh Valley. Devin Bennett. Nice feed down low, and a big finish for Quadir Croston. Throw it down with the left hand. Robinson will pull up a deep 3 to try to quiet the crowd, and he can't do so. Rebound Bennett. Croston. Good for a dunk or 2 a game, and look out, Hub City with one of their own, a 2-hand finish for Jamal Bland. So anything you can do, I can do better. 2 nice dunks in about a minute. One from Croston and one from Bland. Check that. That was Henderson on the dunk. My mistake. But it is still a 6-point deficit for Lehigh Valley. Three ball from the corner. Robinson is short. Here's Devin Bennett operating down low, draws contact before the Edmonds dunk. Foul will be called on the floor as Justin Sutton getting set to check in for the first time tonight. Rolak. He's had the hot hand this corner. Why not? 3 ball, Kevin Rolak. He's got 12 for the game, 10 in this quarter alone. McDowell will step into a deep 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Rolak. Lehigh Valley a chance to tie on this possession. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Rolak spinning, firing, and he's on fire at the moment. Kevin Rolak. 5 field goals in this second quarter has brought Lehigh Valley back within 1. Moni Anderson on the drive and kick. Henderson. Good ball movement here, but better defense for Lehigh Valley. Anderson putting on the moves in the corner, steps up right in front of the corner. A long 2 for Moni Anderson. 7 points for Anderson, 6:20 left here in the second quarter. Edmonds feeding Rolak. Rolak, oh man, if that would have went down, that would have brought the crowd to his feet, but Rolak's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Kevin Rolak on fire. Rolak's first free throw attempt tonight is up and through. Back to a 2-point game, so give Lehigh Valley credit. It was a 36-24 game late in the first quarter. Since that point, they are on a 23-13 run. Rolak made them both. Just think if Lehigh Valley was able to convert some more free throws early, it could be a different game. Willie McDowell, 6 minutes to go, first half. Oh, what a feed down low. Robinson missed it, and a big putback for Mike Henderson. Flying in out of nowhere. 3-point lead for Hub City. Devin Bennett doing a little too much dribbling, able to feed Edmonds. Rolak, step back three, why not? Too strong off the back iron. Edmonds the offensive board, and he's fouled. 6th team foul in the quarter for the Hogs, and just 2 for Flight. So going to the line for Lehigh Valley will be Kevin Edmonds. I believe they called it in the act of shooting. They'll call the media timeout with 5:40 left in this first half. But Kevin Rolak, the story here in this second quarter, he's got 14 in the quarter, 16 for the game, and it is just a 3-point deficit now for Lehigh Valley. So Rolak with 16 to lead Lehigh Valley. Khalil White, all 13 of his in the first quarter. We have yet to see him in the second quarter. So you have to believe if that starting group can get going. Bennett has had a quiet night in the first half, just 7 for him. But if you can get White, Rolak, and Bennett in a rhythm and get some production from Edmonds and Jenkins as well as Braithwaite. Braithwaite had 5 in the first quarter. Lehigh Valley might be able to turn the corner here. They've been very close. Had it within 1 here in this second quarter after being down by double digits at a few points in this game. And Edmonds a chance to hit a couple free throws. He has not scored tonight. And as I mentioned, the first meeting with these two teams, Edmonds had 19 points and 9 rebounds in that 108-104 win for Hub City on the road. So Edmonds a much quieter night and a different story, but able to get on the board. And Lehigh Valley trailing by 2 now. 5:40 left in this first half. Edmonds yelling at that one to go in. And they're going to say last touch down low by Rolak. Again, he doesn't like the call. Rolak had 2 fouls 4 minutes into this game, and since then, he has really played well, especially in his shot making. 5 field goals in this quarter, 14 of his 16. And you can see him arms out trying to lock up on defense. Daniel Alexander and Willie McDowell have gone a little cold for Hub City. Nice feed from Alexander to Edwin Cole, and a deep 3, Jordan Robinson, his 3rd 3 of the game. And another turnover for Lehigh Valley. Robinson over to the trailer, Willie McDowell, and McDowell is fouled by Kevin Edmonds, trying to get the basketball, committed the reach-in foul. It's at least 2 on Edmonds. Again, they're not announcing the fouls out loud. And a late sub coming in for Hector Vasquez's squad is Randy Peralta into the game for the first time for Flight. He'll replace Kevin Edmonds. Trying to keep Edmonds out of foul trouble. Daniel Alexander to inbound, and Willie McDowell at the Eastside Youth Center logo. Edwin Cole. Deep 3, rattles it home. Just like that, back up to an 8-point lead. Cole's second 3 of the quarter, as well as his second of the game, and he's got 12. Justin Sutton, that patented mid-range jumper, is up and through. Displays a lot of hook shots and finishes of that nature around the rim, but he can hit a mid-range when he needs to. Alexander, and 1. And the delayed count it sign from Daniel Alexander. His first bucket of the second quarter. He's got 9 for the game, a chance to get into double figures. Now the 6th Hogs player to score here in this second quarter. And the tapping on the bleachers, able to rattle Alexander, but an offensive board. Robinson, he can't miss right now from downtown. His 4th three of the game, 3rd three in the quarter. It was a 3-point lead at the timeout. And since then, Hub City on an 11-3 run. Rolak, oh, what a pretty move. Knocks it down. Kevin Rolak. 3rd three of the quarter. Keeping Lehigh Valley in the game. Turnover. But Croston's pass picked off by Alexander. Here's McDowell in the lane and an offensive foul and a push-off. Kevin Rolak. 19 points. Check that. Make it. Yep, 19 for Rolak. 17 in this quarter alone. Here's Bennett with the left hand. He's up to 9 tonight. Lehigh Valley, they can score and score quick. Just a matter of getting some key stops. And they cannot stop Robinson, but he's able to cool off for the time being. And going up to try to dunk it was Cole, and he's fouled from behind with 3:20 left in the first half. Croston and Bennett unhappy with the call. Getting an explanation from the referee. But Cole will go to the line. 12 for Edwin Cole tonight. He's now 3 of 3 at the foul line. Cole unable to hit the second one. 3-possession lead for Hub City. 3 minutes left in this first half. Rolak on the drive. Burst of speed and lays it in with the right hand. Kevin Rolak. Unstoppable this quarter. Here's Henderson. Daniel Alexander, the spin move, soft touch with the left hand. A pretty move down the lane from Alexander, and he's in double figures with 11. 2:45 in the first half. Here's Hassan Greenfield. I haven't called his name at all tonight. First time into the game. Misses the shot, and a rebound pulled down by Edwin Cole. Transition pull-up for Alexander. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and a timeout called, I believe, by Hector Vasquez. 2:30 left in this first half. Both teams going up and down the floor with their scoring. So number 21 for Lehigh Valley, Kevin Rolak, leading the way with 21 points tonight. 19 in the second quarter alone. But it's Hub City has answered a couple of second quarter flurries from Lehigh Valley, and they still lead by 9 in this one. Punch, counter punch here in the second quarter. But the visitors still have a sizable lead. 9 points with 2.5 left in this first half. Khalil White in for the first time here in the second quarter. He had 13 in the first, including 2 3-balls, and getting his first action here in the second quarter. Hassan Greenfield almost lost it, able to keep the handle. The Easton High School product, short on a 3. The rebound pulled down by Edwin Cole. A nice transition basketball. Henderson is fouled on a strong take to the basket, and Mike Henderson will go to the line. He's got a couple of dunks tonight, sitting with 9 points. Able to knock down the free throw to get it back to a double-digit lead. 10 points on the night for Mike Henderson. Crowd trying to rattle Henderson to no avail. 11-point lead. Khalil White now into the hands of Croston. Here's Anthony Jenkins yet to score tonight. Braithwaite with the putback, able to tap that one in, and Mike Braithwaite with 7 off the bench. 1:45 left in the first half. Can't leave Robinson open from the corner. He's cooled off a little bit on his last 2 3 balls. But volume shooters keep shooting, and he knocks down another 3. The 5th 3 of the game for Jordan Robinson. 90 seconds left here in this first half. Braithwaite, extra pass. The lefty crossed him from the corner. No good, and the rebound pulled down. And in transition come the Hogs. 1:06 to go. Deep 3, Robinson. Off the mark, rebound Croston. 1 minute to go here in this opening half. They're on pace to outscore the total from the first time they met. It was 108-104 as Jenkins' 3 not even close. A long outlet from Robinson to Anderson, and Jenkins commits the foul. But getting back to that, it was 108-104 in the first meeting. And looking at the scoreboard here in this first half, already 72-60. So Moni Anderson will go to the line. He's got 7 points tonight. Able to rattle in the first free throw. It's a 13-point lead. It was as close as 1 here in the second quarter. And now a 14-point lead, so Hub City playing well right before the end of this first half and have their largest lead tonight. They led by 12 at 36-24. Khalil White's 3 off the front of the rim. Sutton's putback, an old-school finish at the rim for Justin Sutton. That sky hook, 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Unselfish feed, and Henderson knocks it down. Mike Henderson with a quiet 8 in this corner. Had a couple dunks, but he is up to 13 on the night. 9 seconds to go, first half. Jenkins with the ball. Uses the Croston screen, trying to get downhill. Jenkins blocked at the rim by Cole. Alexander almost hit the fans in the rafters. Not people, electric fans, to clear that up. 76-62, the halftime score. We'll see if we can get Hector Vasquez here on the halftime show, the head coach for Lehigh Valley. And he books it to the locker room, so we'll try to get him on the way out. But at the half right now, Hub City leading 76-62. All right, so coming back with some halftime stats for you. And actually, we'll see if we can get Hector Vasquez, the head coach for Flight, here in one moment for a quick halftime interview. Still 9 minutes left till we start the second half.
Getting it back.
Hair looks good, man. I wish I could have stayed with you. Somebody suit up, man.
I made your son fall. Had you on a floor.
Good, bro. That shit just stay consistent.
So welcome back. Sorry about that. Didn't look like I was able to track down Hector Vasquez, the head coach for Flight, for a halftime interview. Most of the guys still in the locker room going over some halftime strategy. So hopefully it's the right strategy, but they had it within one here in the second quarter. But a late run by Hub City has this a 14-point game at the half. So time to look at numbers. We'll start with the visitors who are in control of this one. Jordan Robinson, 15 points, 5 3-pointers. Daniel Alexander, Edwin Cole, and Mike Henderson with 13 each. 9 points from Moni Anderson and 2 from Jamal Bland. And for Lehigh Valley, with leading the way with 21 is number 21, Kevin Rolak, 19 in that second quarter. 13 from Khalil White, 9 from Devin Bennett, 7 from Mike Braithwaite, and then the next highest scorer, Quadir Croston with 5, Justin Sutton with 4, Jihad Thorne with 2, Kevin Edmonds with 1, and Jules and Anthony Jenkins have not scored in their playing time yet. Hassan Greenfield has also played and not scored, as well as Randy Peralta. So as some more flight players retake the floor, we are about 3 minutes away till we get started here in the second half. Again, give a quick shout out to our production crew, my dad on the camera, and then I have your commentary and the graphics. Again, I'm Tyler Kish, and it's been fun tonight. It's been civil tonight. Hasn't been a lot of arguments the first couple games we've been here. There's been a couple brawls that have delayed the game, and just been no nonsense business type basketball tonight. So good sign to see. Fans have come out in full effect tonight, filling up Eastside Youth Center. Hub City has had a couple fans travel up from Hagerstown. They're down from Hagerstown. They're in Maryland, so they had to come up. But the main story for Lehigh Valley, Kevin Rolak brought them back. 21 points for Kevin. The first time these two teams played, Kevin had 22 points and 17 rebounds. Well, tonight he's on pace for 42. I don't think he's had that many rebounds yet. Do not have that info in front of me. We'll see if some other guys can get going. Devin Bennett, only 9 for him. It's been a bit of a quiet night for Bennett. Khalil White had all 13 of his points in that first quarter. Did not see much time in that second quarter. I know he was bumped going on the way up on a play that he was fouled on, and that could have been the reason why he was sitting for a bit. But with a 13-14 man rotation, got to get guys minutes, so that could also be a factor there. They're going to need guys like Rolak, Bennett, and White to continue to do the brunt of the scoring and get contributions from guys like Braithwaite, Edmonds, Jenkins, Sutton, Croston, Greenfield. See what they can do in their spurts. They are out on the floor. But it's a 14-point lead for Hub City here in the Eastside Youth Center here now in town, Pennsylvania. East Coast Basketball League action tonight. So for those of you who are new to the East Coast Basketball League, give you a bit of a rundown here. East Coast Basketball League, men's semi-professional basketball minor league in the United States that started play in March of 2015. The league is centered in the Carolinas with teams in Georgia, Virginia, Maryland, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. Currently 27 teams right now in the league. Both Lehigh Valley and Hub City in the Mid-Atlantic Division. Hub City tied with Hartford. The Hartford Shockers for first place. Hub City at 4-0. Hartford at 5-1. And then Lehigh Valley obviously in the basement, unfortunately. Still looking for their first win as a franchise. Schedule around the league this afternoon. The Hartford Shockers with an impressive win over the Red Rose Thunder, 122-85 up in Hartford. Bishopville Devils defeated Garden City Magic, 112-109. Primetime Players with a 2-point win at Carolina, defeating the Crusaders 121-119. North Carolina Coyotes defeating Fayetteville Panthers 133-129. The Petersburg Cavaliers with a 6-point win over the Hickory Hoyas 123-117. Carolina Thunder a 38-point blowout victory over the Kannapolis Lycans 138-100. And then the Florence Wildcats a 53-point drubbing of the Coastal Elite Pirates, 155-102. And we are the nightcap, the main event, call it what you will, tonight here in Allentown. See what Lehigh Valley can do to start this second half on the right foot. Braithwaite getting the start this second half. Well, that's a way to do it. Edmonds, a putback dunk to get the scoring started here in this third quarter. Moni Anderson will try to answer with the floater off the mark. Offensive board, Alexander, and he throws it off Braithwaite in the corner. One official pointed towards Lehigh Valley, and the other one pointed towards Hub City. It'll stay with Hub City. Looked like the correct call made, so the officiating crew that's been solid tonight, no one really complaining, getting that call right. Edmonds picks off the inbound pass. Edmonds out to Bennett. Bennett will try a three. Off target, offensive board Rolak, and will save the possession. Rolak, 21 points for number 21. Jumper unable to go. Rebound, Willie McDowell. Baseline J for Mike Henderson. 15 for Henderson, tied with the team high. Bennett calling for it on the low block, able to get it. Gets his positioning down low and finishes. Devin Bennett into double figures with 11. Willie McDowell with the ball. Had 11 in the first half, but only 3 in that second quarter. See what McDowell can do, averaging 26 a game. Just under 26, I should say, at 25.7. Floater too strong initially from Alexander, but able to get his own board and put it back in. Alexander up to 15, pretty balanced for him in that first half. 7 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter. Now 15 for the game. Edmonds, 3 ball, that's really not his game. Off the mark, and here's Moni Anderson, the nice finish at the rim. And Moni Anderson in double figures with 11. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Largest lead for Hub City here tonight. First meeting was a different story. Hub City held on at home, 108-104. They could not stop this man Rolak, and Rolak now 0 for 2 to start this third quarter. He had 22 in that game, already 21 tonight. And the rebound by Rolak. Nearing a double-double. Here's Bennett from the wing. Flight needs it. He knew it was short. Rolak out of bounds on the baseline, trying to save it. It goes back to Hub City. They lead by 16 with 9:23 left here in this third quarter. Moni Anderson pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. His second 3 of the game, he's got 14, and it is a 19-point lead. Bennett calling for it on the low block, trying to go to work. And he's stripped, has his pocket picked. Here's McDowell. Crossover on White. It's tapped out of bounds from behind him. They're going to say Lehigh Valley basketball. 8:48 to go in this third quarter. Jules checking into the game. For Mike Braithwaite. Jules has yet to score tonight. 0 for 2 at the free throw line. See what he can do. Walled off in the middle of the lane. Nice little handoff to White. He'll step back for 3. And a pile of bodies at the rim. Baylor and Edmonds fighting for the board. We'll get a jump ball. Your guess is as good as mine who's going to win it. Baylor at 6'7", Edmonds at 6'9". One by Edmonds. Khalil White operating. Putting the moves on Anderson. White gets downhill into the rack. 15 for Khalil White, his first bucket since the first quarter. And a turnover. Rolak going to be too far for White, who tried to Bo Jackson his way up the wall. Just unable to save it. Ran out of room. And that looks like it might be padding back there. It is about a half-inch of padding, if that, separating that from the brick wall. So little deceptive, misleading. It is not, there's not a ton of padding back there. Here's Baylor, and he'll go to the line to try to get his first points tonight. Now it's starting to get a little heated. Kevin Rolak chirping with some guys from Hub City. Kevin Rolak telling Hub City that they are doing nothing special. Doing nothing special, but they got a 17-point lead. As Baylor knocks down the free throw, his first bucket tonight, or his first points tonight, I should say. But Rolak leads Lehigh Valley with 21. He's done his share tonight. As Baylor makes the second free throw, Rolak leads all scorers. Nice lob to Edmonds. That's an easy finish at the rim. Kevin Edmonds up to 5 points tonight. 4 of them here in this third quarter. A dunk and that easy layup. Under 8 to play third quarter. Here's Willie McDowell, top of the arc three. Rebound pulled down by Rolak. Flight unable to do much in transition. They'll set up the half-court offense. Man-to-man defense for Hub City. There's Rolak working against Alexander. He's got the height advantage. Step back off the mark. He's now missed his first 3 shots here in the third quarter. McDowell, the hesitation for a split second, but turns it over. Edmonds the steal. White lost it. Up ahead to McDowell, leaking out in transition. Easy layup at the other end. Textbook basketball. McDowell with 13. So he's halfway to his season average. 13 for number 13, Willie McDowell. Jules working against Baylor. Steps back. Baylor might have got a piece as it is way short. Baylor 6'7". Jules lucky to be 6 feet. Maybe 5'10". Here's Jules on the floater. No. Rolak the putback. Kevin Rolak's got 23 tonight. Jules 6 foot on the money. So clear that up for you. Moni Anderson has rattled a few of them home tonight. And he got himself another one. 16 for Anderson. So the leading scorer is flip-flop for this Hub City Hogs team throughout the night. Right now it is Anderson with 16, a few guys with 15, some of them with 13 as White's 3 is off the mark and the rebound pulled down by Alexander. Almost stepped out of bounds, kept the feet in, and they'll reset it. 16 on the shot clock, 6:24 on the game clock. And there's number 24, Alexander, too strong with the right hand. White ahead of the pack and able to finish at the rim. 17 for Khalil. Moni Anderson had a wide open Alexander in the corner. Anderson misses the 3. Here comes Jules. Jules is fouled on the floor by Willie McDowell. Exactly 6 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Again, I'm Tyler Kish, bringing you all the action on Lehigh Valley Flight's YouTube channel here at the East Side Youth Center in Allentown, Pennsylvania. For some East Coast Basketball League action. Turnover there as Jules tried the lob pass to Edmonds. Hub City will try one of their own, unable to do much, but they save it. Here's McDowell. Oh, nice feed. Baylor gets positioning down low and lays it in. Noah Baylor's first field goal. He's got 4. Nice spin. Bennett hanging in midair and finishes. Bennett with 13 tonight. Timeout on the floor, the media timeout. Unless somebody called one. Usually it's at the 5-minute mark. But it is a 17-point deficit for Lehigh Valley. Kevin Rolak with 23 to lead all players tonight for Flight. Khalil White with 17, Devin Bennett with 13. And other than that, everyone else under double figures in the scoring column. .524 left to play, third quarter. Starting to get a little more heated, I'd say. Some discussions on the floor, but nothing compared to what we've seen earlier in the season, which is a good thing. Still a lot of basketball left, but Lehigh Valley will have to cut this lead down to single digits if they want to come back and have a chance in the fourth quarter. They faced a 12-point deficit in the first half. They were able to manage it and get it down to a 1-point game at 49-48. But Hub City led at the half. Hogs led 76-62 as McDowell is fouled. And Willie McDowell with 13 tonight. And Edmonds is upset, and those two jaw-jacking a bit. But McDowell's definitely going to the line to shoot two. The right call made on the floor. Oh, maybe not. They're going to say it's on the floor. Some more heated verbal discussions. Oh, they found a wide open Anderson, and he's fouled and one. Anderson with 9 in the quarter, 18 for the game, and was a technical foul assessed. So the bucket will count. And the three-point play is completed. Well, it should be 96-76. Jules unable to save it. So confusion again at the scorer's table. They did not count one of the buckets on Anderson's field goal. Baylor is blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Here's McDowell for a deep three, and he knocks it down. Khalil White will pull the trigger. In and out it goes. McDowell, another three ball. This one in and out. They're going to call a push on the floor. And we're going to get some subs here. Devin Bennett coming back into the ball game. Bennett to Braithwaite. Mike Braithwaite down low with position and finishes. Braithwaite up to 9 on the evening. 3:42 left in this third quarter. Alexander, a nice little give and go, back and forth action, but missing the layup is Cole. Contested, here's Rolak. And he turns it over, stolen by Anderson. Over to Cole, and Cole botched the lay-in. And a reach-in foul committed by Edwin Cole. Now the ref's getting a little heated with some of the guys. Oh, there's a big deficit for Lehigh Valley. Rolak, why not from the baseline? He's just been ice cold. The tale of two halves for him. Just one field goal in this third quarter. And a big miss on the fadeaway shot on the baseline by Baylor into the hands of Anthony Jenkins. Kicks it out to Rolak. Rolak able to knock down the three. Fourth three of the game for Rolak. He's got 26. Poked out of Cole's hands. It'll stay with Hub City. Edwin Cole off the mark. Braithwaite, the long outlet pass, and way off the back wall. A little too much mustard on that pass. 2:11 left, third quarter. Daniel Alexander. Now up top to Edwin Cole. Short on the three. Here's Rolak. Definitely a double-double for him tonight. Khalil White will do it himself. Couldn't get the layup to drop, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. White knocks down the free throw. Got them both. Back to a 16-point deficit. Khalil White with 19. Still a lot of work to be done. Alexander blows right past Jenkins and one. And off the mark on the free throw. Alexander pulls up and hits again. 20-point lead. 19 tonight for Daniel Alexander. A minute to go, third quarter. Devin Bennett on that three ball. Here's Edwin Cole. Hangs in midair and finishes. The scoreboard on the far side way out of sorts as Cole makes another one. Bennett with 47 seconds. Here's Braithwaite using the big body. Looking for some help, and now back out to White. White, the teardrop short, got it back. With the right hand, no. Braithwaite able to tap it back. 20 seconds on the game clock. here in this third quarter. Five on the clock for Alexander. Kicks it out. 3-ball. Robinson doesn't go. And we'll go to the third quarter. Flight still in a big hole. So they get it all situated over there. It is indeed 106-88 at the end of the third quarter. So the officiating crew and I both had 106, and the scoreboard only said 102. So it'll be Hub City basketball. Now the coaches are meeting, but my math has 106 tonight. Now a issue with the clock, I believe, or the shot clock will not reset. They have it at 28 seconds, so they are going over the shot clocks at the moment. So the issue on the floor right now is with the shot clock and not the score on the scoreboard. They're figuring out the shot clocks. One says 18 seconds, the other one at 28 somewhere, so they're going over the shot clock. So we'll take a quick break and actually give you some time, have some time to give you the numbers. 19 points for Moni Anderson. 19 for Daniel Alexander. 16 for Willie McDowell. 15 for Jordan Robinson. 15 for Mike Henderson for Hub City. So very balanced there. You have 4, make it 2 points from Jamal Bland, 4 from Noah Baylor, and Edwin Cole also chipped in with 16. So one more time, Alexander and Anderson with 19 apiece, 16 apiece for McDowell and Cole, 15 apiece for Henderson and Robinson, 4 for Baylor, 2 for Bland. And for Lehigh Valley at the end of that third quarter, Rolak with 26 total, White with 19, 16 for Bennett, 11 for Braithwaite, 5 for Croston, and Edmonds with 5 as well. So the shot clock is the issue right now. Now it is up to 30 seconds on the far side. So obviously in a league with the shot clock, you need it. The officiating crew is gonna count it themselves. Posting up is Henderson, somehow dished it off to Cole. Cole's jumper blocked by Braithwaite. Bennett into the corner to White. Over to Rolak. Kevin Rolak, can he bring the team back? That's a good start with a 3-ball. Rolak, the big 3, 29 points in the game for Kev. Another double-double. Nice feed down low. Was deflected, but Cole able to finish. And Edwin Cole's got 18 tonight. Bennett, the Euro, blocked away by Cole. In transition, look out. Mike Henderson with a big finish. 17 for Mike Henderson, his third dunk of the game. And it is 110-91. Here's Rolak on the baseline, trying to go to work. Khalil White feeding Rolak again. Kevin looking for his 30th points of the night. That's a nice way to do it. Kevin Rolak, 31 total on the evening. They give him a 3 on that. The scorer's table gave him a 3-pointer. He was well inside the arc, so I have no clue what's going on over there right now. Khalil White, deep 3, no. Bennett almost stole the pass, and now they correct it. It is 110-93. So glad to see them get that right. 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Jordan Robinson almost lost the handle. He's knocked down 5 threes tonight. Did not score in that third quarter. Edwin Cole short on the jumper. White, they thought he tipped it. Cole thought White tipped it, but not the case. 10:03 left in the game. Rolak, 3-ball, no. Tapped by Alexander. No, they're going to say red ball. Both teams not liking the last few calls, but they end up offsetting anyways. 9:52 remaining. Still a sizable deficit for Flight. Hub City Hogs with the ball, looking to move to 5-0. Jordan Robinson dumps it down low. Here's Henderson. Mike Henderson a little too strong, and it's coming down the other way, but Mike Henderson, Martinsburg, West Virginia native with 17 tonight, 9.5 remaining, fourth quarter. So this Hub City team's got some guys from South Carolina, West Virginia, majority of the dudes from Maryland. One Pennsylvania guy, Shunton Hickman, down and out of Shippensburg area. And Braithwaite knocks down the jumper. Shunton Hickman and my brother play some pickup from time to time down at Shippensburg. And a 3-ball by Daniel Alexander, and he shushes the crowd. He's got 22. White lost the handle. And Braithwaite got it back. This time he gets the and one. He won it on the last possession. And Mike Braithwaite's got 15. Getting back, they also have a Moni Anderson from Washington, D.C. He's had a nice night tonight with 19 points, Davis College product. Braithwaite knocks down the free throw. The timeout called on the floor. No timeout, I guess. All right. Well, 9 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. $15-point lead. Henderson hangs in the air, takes the contact, no call. Into the hands of Anthony Jenkins. Jenkins has not scored tonight. This man Rolak has. Round the horn we go. Braithwaite from the corner, a little too strong. Here's Alexander's corner 3, and he's not missing in this second half. Daniel Alexander up to 25 for the evening. Both of his 3 balls here in the fourth quarter. Here's Devin Bennett. Now Braithwaite, make it White. Check that. Over to Jenkins. Cole says, get that out of here. Up ahead of the pack. Look out. Jamal Bland's finger roll is up and through. He's got 4 tonight. Back to a 20-point lead. 8 minutes to play. White, nice feed to Jenkins. Jenkins looking for some space and has his first bucket of the night. There's Edwin Cole, missed the rim rocker with the right hand, able to get it back and finish. But he probably would have preferred the dunk. He's got 20 tonight. 7:25 left to play. Khalil White turned it over. And now Hub City out in transition. Alexander, look out! Flight school in session. Crashes the landing. Or sticks the landing, one of the two. Yeah, he stuck the landing. Here's Devin Bennett with the layup. Well, he crashed the landing for Flight, and he stuck his own landing. How about that? And Braithwaite, too much contact on Robinson. He doesn't like the call. 6:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Daniel Alexander, 8 points in this quarter for Hub City. He's got 27 for the Hogs to lead their squad. Kevin Rolak leading all players. He's got 31 for Lehigh Valley. Khalil White with 19 for Flight, as well as Devin Bennett with 16. Braithwaite has 16 as well. Robinson nearly lost the handle in the corner. Into the hands of Willie McDowell. Going to work against Khalil White. Nice defense in the middle of the lane, but too much contact will cause the foul. Under 6.5 left to go. No shot clock, or it hasn't worked since the end of the third quarter. So the officiating crew keeping the time on the floor. Jordan Robinson, another three, his 6th of the game. He's got 18 points. Devin Bennett with the left hand short. Edmonds tried the putback jam off the mark. Jenkins able to swat it away off the back wall. It'll stay with the Hogs. They left Cole all alone in the corner, and he buries a 3-ball. Edwin Cole with 23 tonight. Braithwaite fouled on the floor despite making the shot. He wanted the and one. He's been chirping a lot tonight with the officials. Mike's had a nice night, though. 16 points. Scored in every quarter. Here's Bennett. Easy layup. Devin Bennett with 20. Quiet 20, though, for Bennett tonight. Just had 9 at half, and fouled shooting a 3, Jordan Robinson, and that might be one way to stop him because most of the 3 balls from him have went in tonight. He's got 18. So Robinson's going to get 3 free throws. He's got 18 points tonight, all 18 via the 3 ball. Gets the first. And the second, so Robinson's over 20 points as well tonight for the Hub City Hogs. And got all three. So Hub City going to head down to Hagerstown and enjoy this comfortable win tonight and stay undefeated. Khalil White from the corner off the mark. Offensive board, Jenkins, at least for the moment, he got it, and he gets fouled. The hold on the baseline. And the media timeout at the 5:22 mark of the fourth quarter. Randy Peralta and Hassan Greenfield getting set to check in. But it's been all Hub City since they closed the first half on a big run. It was a one-point game at 49-48 in the first half. And from that mark, they went on a 13. Check that. It was 49-48. And to end the first half, it was 76-62. So they went on a 27-14 run to end the half. So that's the closest Lehigh Valley's been at the 49-48 mark. It was then 76-62 at half, and since then, not pretty. Kevin Edmonds, a lot of dribbling, gets downhill, denied. Jenkins on the putback, no. Goes up strong again and gets the foul call. Jenkins' second field goal, 4 points for him tonight. Chance for the three-point play. And he's called off on the free throw, but Braithwaite taps it back. So instead they get the 4-point play. Mike Braithwaite, a season high, 18, and a layup for Willie McDowell. Willie McDowell with 18. Here's Devin Bennett with a head of steam. Didn't get the friendly roll around the rim, and Bennett's a little slow to get up. Cannot afford to lose him for the duration of the year. Too valuable to this squad. He's got 20 tonight. The training staff will attend to him. But it's been all Hub City here in the second half. They lead it by 25 with 4:30. Now they added 9 seconds to the clock. So 25-point lead with 4:42 to go here in this fourth quarter. As Bennett will head to the sideline. Rolak coming back in, and now they just wipe up the floor. A lot of perspiration for both teams, rightfully so. Hard-fought contest. Khalil White to inbound. Dribble handoff, at least I thought there was going to be one. Now into the hands of Rolak. 31 for him tonight. Can't hit the three. Offensive board, Edmonds. White way off from the wing. Plenty of fresh legs for Hub City. What a feed! The spinning no-look pass from McDowell to Bland. Put that one on the highlight reel for Willie McDowell. He almost had a steal. Jenkins hanging in midair, can't finish, but Braithwaite, another tap in. 20 for Mike Braithwaite tonight. Pull up three, Edwin Cole off the back iron, tapped out to White, and here comes Khalil White. White spinning down the lane with the offhand, doesn't convert, and the rebound, Willie McDowell. Rolak's gonna pick him up, full court. All over him, no call. Rolak wanted the 10 seconds. McDowell kicks it out, Bland for three. And the rebound, Kevin Edmonds. Jenkins over to White. sets his feet, airballs the three. Rolak tripped up in the lane. Jenkins to the floor, and he holds the leg of Jamal Bland. Now there's some fighting words being exchanged between the two squads. Still 3 minutes left to go, but some unpleasant words towards each other exchanged there. Moni Anderson fading away. A little off balance. Here comes Kevin Edmonds. He's looking for Khalil White. Nobody home. And Jenkins going to pick up McDowell full court, and he fouls him from behind. I'll give Flight credit for trying to full court press. Hub City just laughing it off right now. And Hector Vasquez wants a timeout. Probably not enough time left for a comeback, trailing by 25. We'll see if they can finish the fight, try to make the score a little more respectable. But it's all Hub City. They'll go to 5-0. Lehigh Valley going to drop to 0-6. Both sidelines chirping a little bit. So they were pretty well behaved in the first half, but now the second half, it's gotten a little more heated for sure. 2:49 remaining. Look at the upcoming schedule for Lehigh Valley. Get that to you in a few moments. It will be away against the Nova Bulls next week at 7:30 at Centerville High School, and not sure where that is. And then their next home game here against the Western Mass Zombies, 7 p.m. on April 16th, and a team that beat them by 60. Alexander misses the layup. Here's Rolak. Over to White. Khalil White. No. Braithwaite, another putback. It's been his game tonight, and he's got 22. Mike Braithwaite doing his part off the bench. 22 bench points for the big man. Braithwaite, a Queens, New York native. Went to one of the SUNY schools, the Purchase campus. Eric Sutton gets the timeout call for Hub City. We'll get the timeout call, and that'll give us the chance to preview Hub City's upcoming schedule. Next weekend, Hub City will be on the road at Red Rose Thunder in Lancaster. A bit of a easier drive from Hagerstown to Lancaster. And as I mentioned, next week, Flight will be on the road at Centerville High School. I believe that is down in Clifton, Virginia, where they play the Nova Bulls. So it will go down to Virginia. 2 minutes left in the game. So they will go to Clifton, Virginia. It'll be a long road trip for Lehigh Valley next week before they return home in 2 weeks on April 16th. Jamal Bland. Again, the shot clock's turned off. A lot of time off on this possession, about 30 seconds, but just running it out. Moni Anderson. He's had a nice night tonight. Has his pocket picked by White. No, he's able to get it back. Alexander out to Robinson. Thought about the three. Should have been a shot clock violation based on how much time's left. Clock's not working. They're just shut off permanently. And Braithwaite gets the steal. How about Mike Braithwaite tonight? Another lay-in, excuse me. He's got 24, stolen by Jenkins. So give Lehigh Valley credit, battling to the final whistle. White through contact and the foul. White over the 20-point plateau. He's got 21, came in with a season average around 22. So a chance to surpass his 21.7 point per game average with this free throw right here. And he does. 22 for Khalil White. 18-point deficit. Alexander is fouled with 55 seconds left. Sixth team foul on Lehigh Valley. Be a two-shot foul. Alexander knocks down the free throw. 28 points for him tonight. Misses the second one. So 136, 117 the score. .52 seconds to play. Braithwaite at the line. Knocks down the free throw. And another. So Mike Braithwaite with a heck of a fourth quarter. 15 in the fourth quarter, 26 for the game. Another foul committed. Down 17. 47 seconds left. It'll send Jordan Robinson to the line to pad some stats. He's got 21 in the contest. A chance for a few more. Now 4 of 4 at the line. 137, 119. Robinson gets a pair. 44 seconds left to play. White will pull up for three and cash it in. Khalil White, 25. Turnover. It'll be flight ball on the baseline. Rolak. An emphatic response from him. Not really going to matter at this point in the game, but he does knock down the three. Kevin Rolak likely capping off the night with 34 points. Noah Baylor lost it on the way up. It'll stay with Hub City. Willie McDowell slashing and dicing his way through the paint. And he's fouled by Khalil White. They call it the longest 2 minutes in sports for a reason. And Willie McDowell knocks down the free throw. 19 tonight for McDowell. A chance for him to get over 20, or at least at 20. And he does. Nice night for Willie. 15-point deficit. 140 to 125. Rolak saves it for a split-second turnover with 13 seconds left. Still trying to apply pressure, and they find Robinson. And they will not elect to foul, so that'll do it. 140 to 125, the final score tonight here in Allentown. Hub City goes to 5-0. Lehigh Valley drops to 0-6. Come back with some stats after a quick break.
What was the final score again? 139, 125? 140. So it's 140? They said 142. I guess they gave him the other 2 points.
The stats from the other team too. How many?
All right, so wrapping up the numbers here from this victory. We'll start with Hub City. 28 from Daniel Alexander, 23 from Jordan Robinson, 23 from Edwin Cole, 20 from Willie McDowell, 17 from Mike. Check that. 28 from Alexander, 23 from Cole and Robinson, 20 from McDowell, 19 from Anderson, 17 for Henderson, 6 for Bland, and 4 for Baylor. So that adds up to 140. And then for Lehigh Valley, Kevin Rolak led all players with 34 points. Mike Braithwaite with 26. Devin Bennett with 20. Check that. Braithwaite with 26. Khalil White with 25. Bennett with 20. 5 points from Kevin Edmonds. 4 from Anthony Jenkins. And 4 from Justin Sutton.
Probably the best live stream in the league.
Thank you. Thank you. Quadir Croston chipped in with 5. And then 2 points for Jihad Thorne. So one more time for both teams. Doing the quick math for me on the fly. Daniel Alexander with 28 for Hub City. 23 apiece from Edwin Cole and Jordan Robinson. Willie McDowell had 20. Make that Monty Anderson with 19. 17 from Mike Henderson. 6 from Jamal Bland. 4 from Baylor. So 4 guys with 20 plus. Alexander with 28. Robinson and Cole with 23, and then McDowell at 20. And nice nights from Anderson with 19 and Henderson with 17. For Lehigh Valley, 34 from Rolack, 26 from Braithwaite, 25 from White, 20 from Bennett, and then 5 apiece for Edmonds and Croston, 4 from Sutton, and 4 from Jenkins. That'll end the night. Hub City goes to 5-0. Lehigh Valley drops to 0-6. For Tyler Kish and my production crew, a.k.a. my dad on the camera, saying enjoy the rest of your evening and have a safe trip home if you made the trip.